7:18 this morning. Welcome back. The former New Mexico Educators Federal Credit Union is announcing its new name now. They just did about a week ago. It'll help to create a new path and a new direction, they say, in banking. And joining us today, Annalisa Elrod, the Senior Vice President of Strategic Marketing and Development of the newly named, what's now Newsenda Federal Credit Union, correct?
Yeah, Newsenda Credit Union.
Okay, so there's no federal in the name.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's talk about this name change, because you were here a few weeks back, and this kind of came as a marketing surprise, right? So a lot of us, anyway. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Although it was a surprise in terms of the announcement, it was a long time in the making. We had over 3 years of really intense research. We're a member-owned organization, so we really started with our members and prospective members and invited over 160,000 of them to participate in research in terms of what they thought of our current name, what their perceptions of the credit union were, and any issues they had with the name or referring the credit union to their friends and family.
What did you find the perceptions were?
The perceptions, we have 6 words in the name. It's a long name.
Mm-hmm.
People confuse the name, left out parts of the name, and they also were concerned about referring the credit union to their friends and family. Even folks, members of ours who are educators, didn't quite know or didn't fully understand that they could refer the credit union to their friends and family.
So you ended up changing the name. How did you arrive at Newsenda?
It was a long process, and I mentioned the research. We also had considerations in terms of being able to trademark the name, get a good URL. We started off with 1,100 names and ended up with Newsenda.
Was it one person's idea? Was it a maybe joining together a couple of people's last names? I mean, what does that end up meaning? I'm just curious. I'm curious how you arrived at that decision.
It's truly a created name.
Yeah.
And it was one of the names on a long list that we considered, and we ended up at Newsenda.
We had spoken with a few people out and about on the street who are actually members of the credit union who had said, to them it sounds a little funny. It might sound like the name of a sweetener or some sort of thing. And it makes you laugh, it makes you smile. But I'm curious what your reaction to that is.
It makes us smile too. We really appreciate the passion and the dedication that folks are showing for the credit union, and it really, for us, reflects the commitment that they have and the love they have for the credit union. So
how many members do you have that are affected by this change?
150,000
okay.
members.
And they need to worry about any sort of change when it comes to, is it just a matter of a name and a reference point and a website change?
It is just the matter of a name change. There is no impact to any other aspect of their banking with the credit union.
All right. So what can members expect then in the future? I mean, as far as you guys go, I mean, you obviously have a mission statement from your former name. I imagine that carries over.
Absolutely. And they can expect more of the same. That's really been part of our conversations with the members. We are the same credit union we've always been, just with a new name now. So we also have some branch celebrations that we'll be having over the next 7 weeks. Each of the branches to really celebrate the name change and celebrate the new signage. So we've got some more information on that on our website.
I noticed one of the ones on my drive has been changed. Have all of your branches received new signage?
Yeah, they've got temporary signage right now, and we'll be unveiling the new permanent signage over the next 7 weeks.
Okay, so it'll take a few weeks to process that.
Yes.
By what, spring? Should have a change, something like that?
Yes.
Okay, so what does your community involvement look like? What has it looked like, and what will it look like under this new name?
Our focus has always been with some of our key community partners like APS, CNM, UNM. Those will remain the same and are actually growing. Our key focus in the community has always been financial literacy. That remains the same. And of course, our commitment to our members, we gave back $7 million, and we look to continue those programs in the future. So.
All right, where can people find out more information maybe about the credit union, maybe about the name change? You have a website?
Absolutely. It's newsenda.org, and that's NUSENDA.org. They've got all the information there and a bunch of other information on our products and services as well.
That URL shorter now?
It
much
is.
Shorter. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. Our other one was an acronym, so it was tough to remember and to get the letters in the correct order. So.
Is there a difference? Folks that are with the credit union now will notice you said the federal was dropped from that. Does that make a difference in what does that mean?
It makes absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
We are still insured for the same amount of money. We're backed by the U.S. government. We just removed that because that also was a point of confusion in terms of folks feeling like like they had to be federal employees. There was a lot of that kind of research that kept coming back up, so we tried to make the name as simple as possible.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we're going to link to the website for more information on ours, krqe.com, under the KRQE links, and it'll be, you know, of course you'll get, I'm sure, some more folks clicking on that to get some more information on the name change. Maybe some folks don't know about it yet, so we're glad that you were here to kind of explain. Annalisa Elrod, so glad to have you with now New Cinda Credit Union. Appreciate it. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.